Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Wendy DeRosa. I'm actually broadcasting live right now from beautiful Costa Rica. It's very hot down here. And this video is what do you do when you are feeling other people's energy in your body? So I'm just going to give you some information about this. It's deeper than just clearing people out, getting people's energy out of your body. It's actually, there's things going on that's deeper underneath this. So I'm going to give you some background and information. So people feel sensitivity in lots of different ways. Some people are sensitive to sounds and to some people are sensitive to food, big open spaces. Certainly people are sensitive to the energy of other people and to emotions. And so what happens here in the energy body is people who are they feel the energy of others in their body, or they feel emotions that others may be feeling. I just want to clarify, we consider this empathic intuition. So empathic intuition is the ability to feel emotional energy. In other words, it's the ability to have empathy for what someone else might be experiencing. But empaths get the rap for absorption. They are, it's I take on the energy of others, therefore I'm an empath. It gets equated with the absorption piece. That's not actually the truth of the empathic being. An empathic being feels the emotional energy of what someone else might be experiencing in their body, but doesn't necessarily need to be taking it into their system. And so what happens here when someone does absorb that energy into their bodies is that people will, it has to do with what's happening in the energy body for the empath themselves, or for the sensitive being themselves. And what happens is that they will, or we will, I'm an empath and other aspects of intuition too, but the empathic part of me is going to absorb energy around me if my auric field and boundaries is not clear enough. There isn't enough strength around my energy field. And so what's happening is someone's emotional energy, or energy that they're feeling, is going to cross my auric field, my boundaries, and I'm going to take it in on some level. And the reason I take it in is because there's some part of me that's having a difficult time inside myself with holding my own center, or more importantly, there's a part of me that doesn't know that it's okay for me to be and have emotional energy, period. So most of what creates that oversensitivity is the part of us that struggles with our own emotions. And this is important. It's important to understand that if you have a difficult time with anger, when anger is around you, you are going to have a difficult time holding center. If you have a difficult time with grief, when people are grieving, you're going to have a difficult time holding center. Now, people, and it can be anything. It can be just, it's not okay for me to have my center or be in myself, in my own body, and therefore, because my spirit can't stay grounded into my being, I'm going to lose my center, and I'm going to, absorb at that point. And so what happens here in the body is that how we work with clearing, if you have felt like I've taken in too much, I've taken in too many people's energy of others, it's very important, first of all, that you identify your center, that you know where your midline is, you know the pathway of grace and of a pillar of light through the center of your being. That is vital, vital, vital to the entire energy system, that no matter what, you have a rod of strength and light and grace moving through your body. And that your spirit can be grounded into yourself, into your body. And that you are feeling your sense of grounding from your hips to the center of the earth. And if you can't connect to that or feel that you have ample time with grounding practices like sleeping, like connecting to nature, feeling your feet on the raw earth, or taking your shoes off and really making that connection to the ground and being able to feel more of that earth frequency through the legs and feet, and that you're feeling a sense of belonging here. I belong here in my body. I have strength here in my body. I have a will to live in my body. And this is my sense of belonging here in my body. Now, this is a piece of it. When we absorb the energy of other people, it's informative. It tells us that there's some part of me that wasn't taking care of myself. There's some part of me that wasn't grounding. There's some part of me that, was off. And let me be clear. I'm an energy healer. I work with lots of people's energy, and sometimes I have an off day. I'm off sometimes. I felt that one come in. We're all human. This happens. So the practice is to ground yourself first, and ultimately, when we ground ourselves and come into our body, and our energy system has this powerful way of healing itself when we come into our own grounding, when we reconnect and ground. So if you allow yourself to feel that connection from your hips to the center of the earth, and even allow the earth vibration to dissolve that energy into the earth, send it to the earth. Whatever you can't have or hold or isn't yours, send it to the earth and let the earth give you vitality so that you are receiving sustenance. And one of the ways you can do that is allow that earth energy to come up through your legs and feet, into your tailbone and your pelvis, and then exhale down through your grounding cord. So the inhale is through your legs and feet and legs, up into your pelvis and your tailbone. Your exhale is down through your grounding cord. So I'm prompting it a little bit faster than it probably needs to be. Slow it down, as slow as you need it, because grounding is slow. It's much, much slower than we're used to vibrating on here at the surface of the planet. So you may need to slow down your breath and slow down your pace. And so when that happens, you ground yourself, then you can invoke that sense of the pillar of light and let light pour through it. Imagine angels pouring a pitcher of light through your central channel. And let that light overflow in a way that starts to release everybody's energy back to them. Send everybody back. Whatever didn't go down through the grounding cord, you can release out through your body, through the expansion of presence and light in your body. It's protection, and we have an auric field, and we can put bubbles of light around us all day long. And if we don't have enough expansion radiating from the core of our being, and that bubble of light is going to serve as a Band-Aid. We're just going to, we won't have enough sustenance to hold the interior. So we want to make sure we're holding that bubble of light around our body. And we're expanding. We're holding that bubble of light, but we're also radiating the core of essence, of radiance through the central channel of the body. That's what's going to clear and release and expand energy out that doesn't serve us or might be to somebody else. If you're aware of who it is, if you've engaged in a conversation and thought, wow, I really just cried through their story and I felt like I came home with it, then just send it back to them with blessings and just giving you back, what is yours to process, which doesn't serve me or you for me to process. Now, I want to differentiate. If you were to have tears to somebody's pain or their suffering, that is also empathy. And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't mean all the time you're absorbing their energy. That means you're a human being with heart and with empathy for somebody else's human experience. And it's very powerful for you and for the individual to express and share empathy. It's a powerful connection for them to know they are not hanging out alone in their experience, especially when they need something. They need to not be alone in it. So there's nothing wrong with expressing and sharing empathy with an individual. How you know the difference is if you feel as if you're really having a difficult time shaking it, it's touching on deeper issues for you, and you really do feel like sometimes it's an intuitive sense. Is this my energy or is this not my energy? And you just have to ask your intuition that question. Now, there's another aspect to this. Yes, holding space for them, Laura. Thank you. There's another aspect to this, is that, again, if we are absorbing or taking on or being touched deeply by someone else's experience and it is touching our issues, it brings us into a whole other stage, and that stage is our own personal healing. That we might need deeper healing. And for the empath, and those who have taken my empath training courses through the Shift Network, or done any of my programs, the Intuitive Healer Training Program, or actually, any of the Divine Healing Inner Circle calls, you know that the empathic nature in the body relates to the first 3 chakras in the body. That's empathic intuition. It's what's going on down there, and what's going on down there can be very complicated. It can coincide with a lot of unhealed wounds that we're walking around the world with. So sometimes when we get touched and we're absorbing the energy, those issues can get touched upon. And so in that case, you might need something more beyond grounding and expanding the light in your body and asking for a protection around the outside of you. And that grounding, that's not it. It's more information than just a how-to step-by-step. That's a diving into a deeper healing experience in the lower 3 chakras of the body. I am going to be leading a Divine Healing Inner Circle call tomorrow night. It's my monthly membership group. Every month I do a deep guided healing and with spirit guides and angels, and help facilitate a clearing for the group. It's very powerful. We do a Q&A at the end, and we also do a Q&A mid-month to see what's coming up for people. So this next Divine Healing Inner Circle call is going to be a detox for empaths. We are going to be working with detoxing the energy system for those who might feel that you have absorbed energy around you and the energy of others, and you might benefit from a deep guided healing going into those power centers, those lower power centers, for that release. So you're welcome to go to my website. I'll post the link in the comments, but you're welcome to also go to my website, School of Intuitive Studies, and look for the Divine Healing Inner Circle and register. And it is monthly membership, so every month will be a different topic. So I hope this information supports you. It's the beginning of a big journey, so it's this is enough to give you context. And if you're willing to dive deeper into the clearing work in order for you to hold more center and more grounded spirit in your body, then I look forward to supporting you in tomorrow night's call or in any other offering that I have through the Shift Network or through the School of Intuitive Studies. Many blessings. My heart bows to your heart, and I look forward to connecting with you.